Hello, hello. I've just realised I was here and I was talking away to you, and we were talking about what I've got to do when I get home, and I've walked right into the middle of set, expecting, forgetting that we're on. Listen, thank you very much for joining us. You're joining us from Stoke-on-Trent here on a Monday morning, Monday lunchtime, I should say, and welcome. I'm going to take you through four brands of products in the next hour. And I'm hoping by the end of it, you will be amazed. Everything that I'm about to show you can be found on our FUTUREDEVELOPMENTS.shop website, and it's there right now. Postage and packing is free after £15 spend. So if you whack one product into your basket, the chances are you're going to get free postage and packing. But sometimes some of the products, maybe put two together and you'll get free postage and packing. I'm going to start off with the thing that wows most people in the quickest way, and that is our PINKMAGIC brand. Our PINKMAGIC brand is the sister to our BLUEMAGIC brand, and we've got several things in our range. We've got the PINKMAGIC concentrates. There's the concentrate, and we've got the PINKMAGIC foam. I'm going to show you all of those, but I want to show you just very quickly, because this is the headline grabber: beetroot, and Kirsty, I've got some cherries here as well, picked fresh from my tree in the garden. I've got some beetroot and I've got some cherry. You know, this stuff absolutely stains. Wherever it touches, it stains and then it goes black. Carpet is no different. So this is not out of my garden, but it's a fresh beetroot. Look at that, straight on the carpet, straight on the carpet. I'm going to put that back in the fridge to keep it fresh, Kirsty.
Yep.
And then I'm going to get some cherries.
These really do sting as well, don't they?
They really do stain. And I'm going to put the cherry round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
Yep.
Reference there to a song, but you've got to be of a certain age to know it. Round the outside, just think Malcolm McLaren. And if that was your carpet at home, if that was your cushion cover, if that was your sofa, if that was your lap, if that was your shirt, you would be panicking, shouting at the other half for being silly, and you'd be thinking, time to throw it away. Yeah. Listen, I want you to watch very carefully, because in 3, 2, 1, it's gone. It's gone. Literally, I just rubbed that in and the stain has been dissolved. It's take away all the cherry residue, all the pips and skin and everything. There you go. That's gone. In seconds, with no effort other than my hand, that is your stain gone. Now, imagine that to be your carpet in the kitchen, if you've still got carpet in the kitchen. I know some people still do.
Yeah.
Or a rug. Or maybe your doormat at the front door when people come in with muddy shoes. We're showing you the worst stains that you can possibly get, because we want you to see just how easy they are to remove with the right product. And the right product, Kirsty, how much is the PINKMAGIC in our shop on FUTUREDEVELOPMENTS.shop?
So you can get one bottle of the concentrated for £13.99, or you can get two for £22.
Okay, £13.99 and £22. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let's focus on that first of all then. So we've got one bottle for £13.99, still paying postage and packing, or £22 gets you it free postage and packing and double the amount. Double the amount. All you need on top of that is some paper towels or some microfiber cloths to remove the stain. So let me tell you all about it. BLUEMAGIC is our original product that's been around for 40 years. Excuse me. BLUEMAGIC is our, just checking my microphone, has been around 40 years, and you may well have even seen it this weekend on ITV1. My colleague Mark was there straight after Dirty Dancing over the weekend, and it went down an absolute storm. And that's because it's a trusted brand. It's been around for 40 years. There it is, our BLUEMAGIC. It's been used in supermarkets, it's been used in fast foods, it's been used in government buildings, it's been used in restaurants. 40 years in the making. But the new kid on the block after that was our PINKMAGIC. And often people will ask us, what's the difference between the pink and the blue solution? In terms of price, very similar. In terms of dilution, exactly the same. In terms of use, almost exactly the same, except that the PINKMAGIC also has anti-bac qualities in it and a Japanese cherry blossom scent. So they're the differences. In terms of what they do, virtually the same, virtually the same. So we often show the carpet demonstration. I'm going to do exactly that, but with PINKMAGIC. And I'm going to use some Coca-Cola. I'm going to show you it, getting those stains out that often end up on our carpets. Sometimes we don't realize until the morning that we've dropped a drink on our carpet.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's dried, sometimes it's fresh. I've got some red wine. That's another one that,
Well, half the time somebody else has done it and they don't bother to tell you.
they don't tell you. They don't tell you, or they've left it, or they didn't do it. They just left a glass beside the sofa at the party, and then somebody else has kicked it over without realizing.
Yeah.
But some people will say, oh, you got to pour white wine on that, got to put loads of soap on there, you got to do this, got to do that, wait for it to dry, then you've got to get next door's dog to wee on it. All those things when you've got the right product, it will remove it. So we've got Coca-Cola, we've got red wine. I'm going to put these side by side, Kirsty,
Yes.
so that people can see. Red wine, Coca-Cola. I'm going to put some chocolate sauce on there. That's one. If you've got kids at the moment and you know it's coming up to half term, a full term, isn't it?
It is.
Summer holidays.
Yeah.
Holiday for who?
Oof.
Not for me.
Not for me.
No, not for me. Send them back to school. We've got some Liam Perrins. These are real dark colours on a beige carpet, and we're doing it on a beige carpet because we don't want to hide anything from you, because we want you to see. If we put this on a dark carpet, somebody would say, "Oh, you're doing it on a dark carpet. That's not. This is fake tan. You know how annoying fake tan is, and how bad it stains." We've got some balsamic. Did I do the balsamic? I didn't do the balsamic, did I?
No.
Let's do some look at that.
Oh, we've gone to town with that one.
Balsamic. Okay. Oh, what else should we put on there? Should we put some mascara?
Yeah,
Mascara.
and makeup.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't used this colour for a long time, so I thought I'd bring it in and put it on the carpet. There we go. Could be on your pillow. Do you know what? On your pillow.
Yes.
Let's try that. There you go. On your pillow. We'll leave that there for a few minutes and I'll come back to it in a few minutes. What else should we put? We've got some mascara on there. Then we'll put some ink. Should we do some ink?
Ink.
Ink is always a good one, always makes people sit up and watch. Look, the point is your carpet will never be this bad. And if it is, you'd probably want to get rid of it. We're showing you the worst stains that you can have on a carpet and showing you how easily they can be removed. Chances are you'll only have one of these stains or something like you would never leave your carpet again that bad. But when you've got the right product, you can do this. Now, this has got no acids, it's got no bleach, and it's got no solvents in it. So it's perfectly, we're doing it on a beige carpet, but it's perfectly fine to do it on a coloured carpet. It's perfectly fine to put it on your clothes because there's no bleaches in there. So you've got the confidence of knowing, get any of these stains on your shirt. In fact, we'll show you in a minute. You can get it out. But I'm just going to do a stripe down from the top to the middle. You saw me do it with the beetroot earlier on. You saw me do it with the beetroot. You saw me doing it. You saw me putting these stains on. Nothing fake. Straight in there. And how much is this for 2 bottles, Kirsty, did you say?
22.
£22.
Yeah.
So for 100 bottles at £22, we're talking 22p a bottle.
Yes.
22p a bottle. 100 bottles, because each one of those is going to make up 50 of these. So 22 pence a bottle. If you can't envisage, is that the right word? What 100 bottles of this looks like?
Yeah.
Just look underneath your kitchen cupboard now. The chances are you'll have 7, 8, maybe 10 different bottles in your cleaning cupboard, under your sink, wherever you keep them. And you're thinking, think 10 times that.
Yeah.
10 times that. And I bet you none of them cost 16 pence a bottle.
Definitely not.
16 pence? No, 22 pence a bottle.
22 pence.
22 pence a bottle. So if you still can't picture that, this is what 100 bottles looks like. It's blue, but let me show you what 100 bottles looks like. We've got it over there on the wall. We've got 100 bottles of BLUEMAGIC there on the wall. That's what it looks like. That's what you're getting. It's just all going to come in one box with 2 concentrates and 1 spray gun. That's what you're getting, but that's what it makes. It's never what it is. It's what it becomes. That's the product. The beauty of this is you choose the dilution, and on the back of each bottle there is a low dilution, medium dilution, high dilution. It's the difference between 10 mils, 20 mils, and up to 40 mils, depending on how strong you want it made. If you've got spare ones of these and they're in the shops, you can buy the next 2 bottles, and you could have a small dilution, medium dilution, high dilution for different jobs. This is on the lowest dilution. I've just sprayed it on there, just let it sit there for a couple of minutes to do its work. And I'm just going to agitate it with my fingers. You don't need to do this. You could leave this overnight. You can see it's going to a foam. That in itself will dry overnight, remove that stain. And when it's all dried up, it will go salty, which means you can hoover it away. But that salty consistency will hold the stain. And if you don't believe, I'm just going to leave that there for a little bit longer. If you don't believe me, this is what it does. When you have the right products to do the right job, you can remove, I'm just looking for a glass, there we go. Just going to put some water in there, Kirsty, going to step off. There's a glass of water. There's some PINKMAGIC. Let me just pour some PINKMAGIC into there. So there's the solution. That's a high solution, admittedly. That's a 40 ml solution. Just going to mix it up. And I'm going to pour some iodine in there. Just a small. Now, this is the stuff that vets use on the back of cows' hooves and horses' hooves.
Yeah.
Literally pour, you know, that stuff they use, spray on you before an operation.
Yeah.
When you pour that in, look at it doing its job. It's literally going to remove
on your skin, doesn't it, for weeks?
It stays on your skin for absolute weeks and weeks and weeks. But look, it's doing its work. It's diluting that down. And as I spray some more into there, it's literally removing that colour from there. So this is no different. It's removing those colours from there. Look, it's coming out. And I'm just going to give it one wipe with a microfiber, literally straight down the middle. Now, if you remember, we had red wine, Coca-Cola, chocolate. We had some mascara somewhere on there. I can't remember what it was. We had some Liam Perrins, fake tan, balsamic vinegar, all on there. And look, one swipe of that, and it's removed all that from the middle where I sprayed that PINKMAGIC straight down the middle. And you know what? I'm not suggesting you would leave that like that in your carpet, but the chances are you wouldn't have 10 different stripes of stain on your carpet.
I would hope not.
And you would remove the stain that you created. That's showing you just how easily that can be removed. And some of it, will need a little bit more. Not saying it won't. Sometimes it needs a little bit higher dilution. I can't remember what that one was. That was balsamic. That was a balsamic vinegar. You saw me do it with the beetroot earlier, where all I had to do was spray it on. Some things just need a little bit more. And the more they need...
just leave it on a bit longer.
Just leave it on a little bit longer, absolutely. So that's the carpet. That's the carpet. Let me show you then. Let me show you the other one that mums always go, oh, at last, there's something that will get that out. Don't they, Charles? And that is Sharpie pen. Going to get a Sharpie pen. Have I got a Sharpie pen? I want an actual branded one so that people can see I'm not doing anything with the unbrand. There you go, Sharpie pen. And I'm going to put it on some tile, and I'm going to put it on countertop, because people say, oh, it doesn't get it off of wood. Well, it does. There you go. I'm going to put some on there, and I'm also going to put it on. Some carpet. We're going to put it on a bit of that carpet there. There we go. So there we are. I've got some of the carpet, Now, some of this will come off with some very low dilution. So spray it onto spray mode rather than jet mode. You can see, look, how quickly that removes from the shiny surfaces almost immediately. When we do it on countertops, on wood, it's going to be a little bit more. Oh, no, actually, that's not bad. You can see it's breaking it down, but it's not doing it at the speed that it is on the what's the word I'm looking for? Flat surfaces. Yeah. This has got grains in it, so it needs a little bit more. So in that case, if that needs a little bit more concentrate, then this is going to need a little bit more concentrate too.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pour some neat on there and start letting it do its work. And then I'm going to pour some neat onto the Sharpie, because Sharpie is doing what they marketed it to do, which is be a permanent marker pen. But we found it isn't permanent if you've got the right stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking in the monitor to make sure you can see that. It's gone.
Yeah.
That could be your bathroom floor. That could be your bathroom walls, kids with a Sharpie. That could be your kitchen floor. That could be your car windows. That could be all those shiny places where kids get crayons, get Sharpie pens, get another one I'm going to show you is rubber soles. Maybe that's off a wheelchair or a walking stick where you get grind in rubber marks on tiles. Maybe your shiny floor and somebody's walked across it with something, wheels, rubbery wheels.
Even your skirting boards.
Skirting
boards get like that.
Yeah, and if you've got black trainers, well, you saw the black trainer did that. So sometimes kids are a master at doing that whole wedding party, skating. Listen, look,
Literally.
just put it on there and it will dissolve it in a flash. Look at that, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, you'd never know it was there. You'd never know it was there. I put some on the pillow.
Oh, it's mascara, wasn't
it? And I'm gonna just spray it to just start letting it do its work, because that's the one that people are going.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let it do its work. And I'm gonna go back here now to the countertop, and it's been doing its work with the neat solution. It's taken that off the counter. It has gone. Now for the carpet, I might need to work just a little bit harder on the carpet.
Yeah.
Because this is doing what it's supposed to be, which is permanent marker.
So could we put some of the PINKMAGIC into your carpet machines?
You could, absolutely you could, and I would, and I have.
Yeah.
Pink or blue, they both are great stain removers. BLUEMAGIC is the best stain remover. PINKMAGIC is an amazing stain remover, but BLUEMAGIC. But what I'd be tempted to do, Kirsty, rather than putting in glug, 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 glug into the thing and letting the machine do the work, the beauty of this is you've got this able to work at low dilution, but it needs to hit the stain. So the stain will need more than perhaps 3 inches to the left where it doesn't need so much.
Yes.
So why give it all the same dilution, which could work out quite expensive?
Yeah.
With this, you just turn the nozzle to jet. So you've got spray, safe on clothes, and you've got jet. Sorry, Charles. Okay. And you just literally don't even need to bend over. Just literally spray the stain and let it start doing its work.
Yeah.
Okay. Then when it's been doing its work, this is the equivalent of that. When it's done its work for maybe half an hour, then maybe a couple of capfuls into your carpet washing machine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just to get it through and give the rest of the carpet a bit of a sprucer. But your stains will probably need just a little bit of a jet to activate the PINKMAGIC. Look at that Sharpie. Look, it's going. I don't know whether it's gone completely. I just need to remove some of that foam to see whether it's gone.
It's got a lovely smell as well, hasn't it?
It's got a lovely, the blue hasn't, but the pink has.
Yeah.
And the pink, oh, look at the foam on that from just that little bit of, the pink has got a Japanese cherry blossom smell, aroma, scent, whatever you want to call it. And that Sharpie and the stuff that was underneath it as well from the stains has gone. Oh my Lord, I could probably carry on and do the rest of that carpet and get it back.
With the rest of the foam.
Yeah, why waste it?
Yeah. So
you can get your carpet back in literally, I've not even got a carpet machine here, Kirsty. I've literally got one capful, one stripe of, look at that. I could leave that on there and look, it's coming out. A few of them will need a little bit more.
Yeah.
But look, it's coming out. It's coming out.
So for your tougher, more dried in stains, then you would just leave it on that little bit longer.
Oh, if it was tougher dried in,
yeah,
I would probably wet the stain first with some water.
Okay.
Then go in with the jet onto the stain, and I'd probably let that sit. Imagine that was the only stain on this carpet, I'd probably let that sit just like, because that was already wet. Let that sit there just like that for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let that sit for 5 minutes. Let it get into the stain. Let it start loosening it up. Slurp a coffee. And then after about 5 minutes, and it will depend how long the stain has been there for.
Yes.
If the stain has been there weeks, and I'll give you an example. I moved into my house a long time ago, decades ago, and on one of the carpets, I vowed I wouldn't replace the carpets. All my ambition was to pay the house off before I did any work on the house.
Yeah.
So the carpet was very old and it stayed. That was and in the utility room, I didn't worry about a new carpet, but there was a stain which looked a bit like oil where it had been greasy, but it had dried.
Yeah.
It just got, and then footmarks over it, it had become grubby.
Yeah.
Nothing removed this stain. Nothing removed it. It dumbed it down. But nothing removed. And literally, PINKMAGIC was the only thing that BLUEMAGIC was the only thing that removed it. Sister brand to this. But it meant I did have to leave it overnight, and I had to do it 2 or 3 times. But each time I could see it going back
Lifting out.
and back and back. And I also, in that room, I also had some rust stains.
Yeah.
Where I'd got a toolbox wet. I'd not realised that it was wet from rain when I sat it on the carpet in the utility room. It's only a naff carpet, it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
But then when I picked it up maybe even a week later, there were rust stains where it had dripped down the toolbox, metal toolbox, and it had got soaked into, and nothing removed that except Pink and BLUEMAGIC.
You can get that with your bins as well, can't you? Your metal bins.
Yes, absolutely that. Yeah, absolutely that. Yeah, it was the only thing that removed it, but it did take 2. Sorry, that was your initial question, wasn't it? Dried existing stain.
Yeah.
It might need 2 or 3 goes to get it out, but it will get it out. It will get it out. If it's on clothes, then the clothes might have been heat set from the washing machine and tumble dryer and iron. So the stain might have been tomato stain slurped down. And then you don't realise until you've already washed it on a 40 or 50 degree heat, and then you put it through the tumble dryer.
Thin, doesn't it?
So again, you just need a little bit longer and maybe 2 or 3 goes at it. But let me show you on a shirt. Have we got time? We've got time. I've got 5 minutes. I'm going to show you on a shirt very, very quickly on a shirt. Okay, so whilst I do that, Kirsty, would you mind just filling me up some cold water in there, just so that I can, the one I've got is dirty. So let's go back to that original stain that we said is a blooming nightmare to get out, isn't it? There we go. So we got some beetroot juice, and we'll put some beetroot on there as well. Just mix that in. There we go. Beetroot juice. Oh, splashed it. Oh, thank you. Lovely. Wonderful. Thank you, my darling. Wonderful. Beetroot juice. And we'll put some more ink on there. Maybe the kids have come home and they've all been signing their shirts because it's end of term. And
yes, that'll be
that will be coming soon, won't it? Yeah, all the biro stains on there. There we go. Let me just mop those. I splashed over there. There we go. Getting it all in. So there's your stain, okay, on clothes. So you've got multi-surface cleaner. You've got anti-bac qualities in there, 99.99% of germs and bacteria on hard surfaces in 1 minute. Now, this isn't a hard surface, so you don't need to leave it in there 1 minute. But what you do want to do is you might want to give it maybe 5 minutes before it goes in the washing machine as a pre-wash. So turn it back onto spray mode. You saw it earlier with the beetroot. It literally dissolves the beetroot. Literally dissolves the beetroot stain. And if you left that for 5-10 minutes before it goes in the washing machine with your detergent and all the other softener and everything else you put in there on a low, it doesn't need to be high these days. The detergents are aimed, I didn't realise, but detergents now are meant to be used at 30 degrees. I didn't realise that.
Majority of them.
Yeah, I've always washed at 40 degrees because that was always the default setting.
Yeah, me too.
But actually, that's not, you don't need that. So we've got some beetroot scratchings on there, but that's not a stain, that's just beetroot. But let it do its work. Let it do its work. Let me just wipe that all up, get all that stain on that shirt so you can see I'm not hiding anything, not rubbing anything out of there. Wipe this down because I'm going to get my washing machine. I'm going to get my washing machine, my YouTube, Facebook washing machine. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You don't get this from Curry's. There's your washing machine. Right. Kirsty's just filled it up with cold water. It is cold, I can confirm. And If you threw this into your washing machine, into your twin tub, takes you back, isn't it? Twin tub. If you threw this into your washing machine with your detergent, with your warm water, this will work faster than what I can do it. But I want you to see just how fast this works. There is no detergent. There is nothing added to that. I'll even prove it by putting my head in there. That's just cold water straight from the tap here in Stoke-on-Trent. There's my shirt, pre-washed, been sat there maybe half an hour to, mine's only been sat there 3 minutes. But look what happens when I put it in there. Look what happens. That PINKMAGIC is breaking that stain down, breaking it down, breaking it down. And you can see that water is turning pink from that beetroot state. It's taking it out of the shirt. And that shirt is now with no hot water, with no detergent, just that as a pre-wash.
It's actually better to do it with the cold, isn't it?
I think so.
Cold water.
It does work better.
Yeah.
It does work better. There we go.
Sometimes, as you say, with
that wasn't even a minute.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't even a minute. And let me show you. Let me show you. That has gone. That has gone. If you don't believe me, there it is. That has gone. And there is all the beetroot juice and the ink in there, and it's gone. There it's gone. That's how clever this is. Now, I had a friend over the weekend. She rang me up. Hi, Sinead. Sinead rang me up. I'm quoting you, Sinead, because I'm going to direct you here to watch this video later on. Sinead rang me up. Mind your head. Oh, missed. And she said, will it get highlighter pen out of a cushion? And you know, when you start to doubt things and you start, you know, I know what it will remove, but I don't always think, oh, I've not tried. Of course, you think, well, do you know what, Mark? Put your money where your mouth is. So I got a cushion. I got her on FaceTime, got a cushion, found a highlighter pen, you know, the green highlighter pens we used to use at school before we went computer. I heard on the news today that children don't use pens at school. Everything is computerized now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had no idea.
And they have to gain a pen license.
Well, there was something in one of the MPs was saying that they wanted to put the focus back onto handwriting.
Yeah.
And I went, well, aren't they doing that? And anyway, it turned out the interviewer said, well, what's all that? And he said, well, because everything they do now is computerized.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I went, and I thought to myself, everything? And literally so highlighter pen. Anyway, going back to that highlighter pen. Look, we did the mascara. I haven't even touched that. I haven't even touched it. And look, it's virtually gone before I'd even touched it. That's the mascara. That's the mascara gone. Okay, that's the mascara gone. Let me do what Sharpie pen is twice as difficult as highlighter pen. Let me tell you. But look, when you goes on and you spray it, you can get that Sharpie pen out of material literally in seconds. Look. In seconds, it's gone. I know this is wet now, and I know this will dry clear, and you might well take it out of the cushion out there before you do this. Ours is a studio cushion, but it's the same principle. But it's not wet enough to soak the cushion. It's just damp. Half an hour in the sun, that'll be dry and ready to go. That's the point. When you've got the right tools to do it, you can do it. I'm going to do one more thing with the pink. Because we've shown you the solution. Now let me show you the foam. The foam. Oh, the foam at home. So I'm going to show you one of the things that you might want to use this for, because it's got the ability. Let me use one that's already been opened. Why have I got to use a half empty, a full one every time? Look, it literally, wherever you spray it, should give it a shake, the foam stays. So we could be using that in the bathroom. We could be using that in the kitchen. Come around to the kitchen. Come around to the kitchen. Let me show you. I'm going to do it very quickly. I'm going to show you the PINKMAGIC with the excuse Hugo on the floor.
No.
But I'm going to show you on this fridge door.
I've come the wrong way, haven't I?
That's okay. You can say that. As long as you can see it. Can you see things on there?
Back up a little bit.
We will be able to. The beauty of PINKMAGIC with its anti-bac is this not only kills the dirt that you can see, but the germs and the bacteria that you can't. Let me come down a bit.
Yeah.
The germs and the bacteria that you can't. And when you have the right tools, you can see the germs and the bacterias. We were talking earlier on, Kirsty, weren't we, about how we buy things in the supermarket, jars and pickles and things like that.
Yes.
Now we put them in the fridge, but we don't wipe them down by default first, and then we end up transferring any germs from the supermarket into our fridge
Yeah.
where we keep our food. But when you've got the right things, look, you can see I'll leave this for them to clean tomorrow as well. I'm just going to clean this bit here. Don't need to take this out. You could if you wanted to, but literally spray the foam in there and let it do its work. In 1 minute, that will have killed all bacteria and germs. All bacteria and germs. And I'm not even going to leave it on a minute because I'm rushing to get to show you as much as I possibly can in the time that we've got. But look, I'm just going to wipe that away very quickly. You can see that high foam. You can see how that's a quality foam. That's not just foam. That's a quality high foam that's got anti-bac in there to kill those germs that you can't see.
But it's better in the fridge as well, I think, because it doesn't drip everywhere.
Well,
you know, with the spray bottles.
Well, it's horses for courses, really. It's whatever you prefer. I mean, the beauty of the foam is you can spray it horizontally above your head. Think about things like shower heads.
Yeah.
I know we do that demonstration sometimes, and if you stick around and watch us on TikTok tomorrow, then you'll be able to see that demonstration. But it's the beauty of the foam is it will stay and it will disperse slowly. Whereas a liquid, if you're doing anything horizontally, vertically with the liquid, it's going to run down. The spray will stay there and slowly disperse down.
Yeah.
But look at this. If I just show you now under the CSI lamp, it's completely clear. It's completely clean. 99.99% of bacteria and germs in 1 minute on all hard surfaces. Now, 1 minute sounds a lot. 1 minute sounds a lot until you grab your other ones from under the cupboard. Okay, ours are working out, did we say 22p a bottle?
Yes.
22p a bottle. You won't get this for 22p a bottle. You won't get this for 22p a bottle. You won't get this for 22p a bottle. See where I'm going with it?
Yeah.
But when you start adding up the 10, 15 bottles of dedicated things you've got under the sink, none of them were 22p a bottle. So therefore, you can be as liberal as you want with this. And some of these will say, leave, with the antibac ones, leave on surfaces for, well, the biggest one we've seen is 5 minutes.
Yep. Who's got time for that?
I've grown a beard before I need to wipe it away. I came in here clean shaven and I've now got a bit. 1 minute with PINKMAGIC. It's been carefully designed here in Stoke-on-Trent by our chemists on the other side of this wall. It's produced, manufactured and designed by Future Developments. And in 1 minute, it will kill all those known germs for 99.99%. So think about places where you would need to do that. We need to do that anywhere around food. This is completely food safe. Both products, completely food safe. Maybe your high chairs, maybe your
the bins,
the fridge. We've shown you the fridge, the oven, the bathroom, all those places where you want to kill those germs. And you know what? Simplify it. If you've got kids, anywhere your kids can reach, could carry germs.
Yeah.
And the quicker you can wipe them away and have the confidence that they can play again, the better. So that's our PINKMAGIC. I'm gonna leave you with that thought. This is one of the best products out there for a multi-surface cleaner, an upholstery cleaner, a floor cleaner, a wall cleaner, a bathroom cleaner, a kitchen cleaner. Where else am I going with it, Kirsty? A car cleaner, an engine cleaner, a wheel cleaner, all those things. Remember, we're saying it is 22p a bottle when you buy 2 bottles, which gets you 100 of these 500 mils. 22p a bottle. I challenge you to find anything in any of the stores for 22p a bottle. Our governor has just bought me a highlighter pen. Thank you very much, sir. And because Sinead asked me if it will get rid of highlighter, and I proved to her it did. I forgot to bring the highlighter pen in with me today. But look, there's the highlighter pen going straight onto the... I'll leave that for a couple of minutes. I'll come back to it before we go. I'll let it dry because people say, it's still wet. Of course it's going to come off. I'll let it dry. I'll let it dry. Right, I'm going to move on. It's in the shop. £22, futuredevelopments.shop. It's there 24 hours a day, but all our products will be demonstrated over the week here on YouTube and Facebook, and of course TikTok. So I'm going to show you. This is a car product. Well, it's not a car product. I don't know why I just said that. It's not a car product, but it's used primarily in the car.
Yeah.
But I think as we go round, as we get the better weather, I think we can find other uses for this. This is the Bullseye Pro. This is, look at this. Do you know what? It barely weighs anything.
I know, it's really light, isn't it?
I was talking to Kirsty about this before, and I said, I've got a slightly different one that I've had for a lot longer, and it must weigh 4 times the weight of this one.
Yeah.
But this one is amazing because this will make it so much easier for children to play with. What is it you're asking me? Oh, I'll tell you. What is it, said Charles? What is this? I'll tell you, Charles. It is the best tyre inflator you're ever going to get, because this is going to save you at least £1 a time you go to the garage. Can you believe it's £1 for air at the garage? And you only get about 45 seconds, I think, 45 seconds to a minute. This is going to do. This is charged at home, on the go, to take to you wherever you want. Even if it's out of charge, you've got the cigarette lighter got your charging cable, and you've got on-the-go cable for your car. This is going to charge. This is going to tire inflate, and also think about other things that need inflating. Just the most simplest of things. Footballs. Yes. Football. 3-2. 3-2 today. 3-2 at 4 a.m. 3-2. Sorry, Mexico. Look at that. I've purposely deflated that, and we're going to go out to the car and inflate a tire as well in a moment as well. But this could be your lilos. This could be your paddling pools. Yes. This could be your tires. It could be your kids' bikes. It could be your... I know we get pumps with them, but your inflatable spa. This could be all those things that need inflating. Certain other things, but I can't go there because it's a family show, that need inflating. All those things can be done, and it's all compacted into this one machine. Look at this. Look inside. You've got all the attachments. They're all perfectly kept there safe. You've got the regular tire inflator, which we'll show you in a minute. But if you want to pump up a tire, a football, or maybe a kid's bike, or maybe the paddling pool, you just reach for the right attachment. There's your paddling pool. There's your lilo. There's your rubber ring. What else? Your airbed going camping. Yes. All those kind of things. That's that one. Put that back in there. I'm going to attach onto there the football one. Now, this football tells me if I had my glasses on. If I had my glasses on, where are my glasses? I need my glasses to find my glasses. This is telling me that this needs to be inflated to, if I can find the hole, this needs to be inflated to, I think it was 3 PSI 3. I can't find there it is. 5 to 7 PSI. Okay. So everything is, we'll even show you in a minute where you'll find it on your car. Yeah. So we're going to switch the machine on. It's completely off. It's not going to discharge in any way. We're just going to switch it off and hold the power button. There we go. And then we go into PSI, but we can change that to the other settings that you need. And I'm going to set that to 5 to 7. So we'll start at 6. Going to take it right down to 6 PSI. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to let it do its work because I don't need to keep track of that. I know that whenever it reaches it, it's going to stop. There we go. Are you ready? Yep. Let me just make sure that didn't. Yep. 6 PSI. It's doing it. It's doing it, Kirsty. Look at that. This is what I always fear. I always fear that I'm going to go over and it's just going to burst. That's me back in the deck chair having a beer. Yeah. Whilst it does it. Look, it's done. Literally, it's done. Yeah. Perfectly done. Perfectly done. So imagine you never quite know whether that paddling pool, do we put any more air into it? That lilo, do we put any more air into it? Yeah. That airbed, has that gone down overnight? Stick it back up. It's going to be seconds. You've got the light there for late at night. Let me shine that straight into the cameras. You've got that light there for late at night. Imagine being on the motorway with a flat tire and picture it, Kirsty. What's the weather like? Oh, it's always raining. It's always raining. How many people are in the car? Oh, you've got a full car. Of? Kids. Yeah, see where I'm going with it. Yeah. This is one of those nightmare moments where, and sometimes more often than not, you don't get a spare wheel anymore
No, you
with
don't.
the car.
You don't.
So if you've got a flat tyre, or you come out to a flat tyre, or you have I've had a flat tyre on the motor, and you've got no mean, this is one of those. This is one of those. It doesn't weigh anything. Literally, actually, I should weigh it, but it's so light, it's unbelievable. Let's go out to the car and show you just how easy this is. I'm going to switch it back on.
I think the lights on it are good because you, no doubt, you're always trying to hold your phone for the light whilst you're trying to do it.
Yeah. I know that my bar is going to be 22 and a half. Oh, it's a little bit lighter. I'm just going to do this in the.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
22. 2.25.
So you're currently just setting it to what your tyre pressure.
Yeah, and I'll show you in a moment where you've 2.25. There we go. So most cars, come on out. Most cars will have on one side the driver's door or the passenger door. You'll see just inside. Can you see that just inside there, Kirsty? You'll see there's normally a sticker on the inside of the doorway that will tell you what the PSI should be. I've set it to mine already because I knew it. Just going to open that up. Now I did do mine this morning, so it probably won't need inflating up. But actually, let me try and unflate that and let's see what it says. So mine's 2.35 and it needs to be 2.5. So I'm just going to leave it to do. It's already there. It's already there. That's my eyesight. It's already there. Let me bring that down a little bit so that we can pump it up, because it's the seeing it working that is the beauty of this. Let me just deflate that a little bit.
So you're just letting some air out now.
just so you can see it, the confidence that when you switch this on, as long as you know what PSI you need, it's gonna stop at exactly that point. There you go. There's no guessing, no judging. It's literally going to do it. On the top of the Bullseye Pro, we've got a battery LED, so we can see exactly how much power is left in there.
Yep.
There you go, done. Once it's inflated, that battery level will probably go up a bit because it immediately starts draining the moment you start using it. But then it goes back, spookily, it goes back up again when you're not putting any pressure on the battery. But even if that was a dead battery, you've got the leads to be able to do that on the go just by plugging it into the cigarette lighter. And it won't charge it at the same time. It will just give you the power to use it. But when you get home, you can take the battery off, leave that in the car, and just take that inside to charge on any USB-C cable.
And that would like charge all 4 tyres, wouldn't it? It would last for.
Oh, I would. Do you know what? I would not recommend. I would suggest you will get. Oh, you'd probably get about 10. Do you know what? I don't know. The simple answer is that this has not been charged since we started using it here in the studio, and we've been charging tyres every day. We've been inflating tyres every day for a good few weeks now, and that's every day. You're not going to be using it once in a blue moon. The next thing I'm going to show you is our scratch pen. And we've got a video showing in the background here because our scratch pen, staying with cars, is a great product for getting you, I'm going to call it get out of jail. When you've got a scratch on your car, you've got, are these the same price?
I'll double check.
Thank you, Kirsty. When you have a scratch on your car, it's one of the most annoying things because you know it's there. Somebody else might not even be able to see it, but you know it's there. And your eyes are drawn to it every time you see it. Now, I'm not talking about a pile-up crash. They ain't gonna fix that. But sometimes you get those hairline scratches, you get a little tiny blemish in the paintwork where you just think, that's gonna need some work done to it to be able to get, well, rest assured. This Scratch Away pen by AutoCare is gonna get you out of jail. Now, we sell them in packs of 1 and we sell them in packs of 3. The best deal is always going to be for the 3-pack. So think about where you would use 3 of these. You're not going to use them on the same car because you only need one. I mean, it's going to last you years. But maybe your partner's car, maybe your children have got cars, maybe you've got a motorhome that could do with it being in the drawer, maybe you've got a caravan, maybe you've got a van and a car where you want one. They're completely clear. There's no colour in them. You don't need to worry about, can I have a red one for my car? They're completely clear. And you can see on there, it's got a chisel tip in it, which you can then precision along that scratch. We're going to go back out to the car in a moment. I'm just going to get my glasses because I can't go anywhere without them and do detailed work without my glasses. But you can see here on the video, it's those, oh, it'll come round. It's those hairline scratches that ruin the appearance of your car because you can see them. Even if other people can't, you can see them. So you can see them here, these kind of scratches here. Just prime it up, bring it out onto a little bit of cardboard or the back of your hand to make sure it's coming through. And then look, it just, scratch is still there. It's just invisibilized. So you can see him doing it. There's no secret to it. It's literally just, imagine you are colouring in, very fine colouring in artwork. Smells like paint, actually spray paint. Can you remember that, that kind of aerosol paint?
Yeah.
Because it's got that lacquer in it that's going to not only invisibilize the scratch, but protect the scratch because the weather can't get into it now. It's going to take 15 to 20 minutes to cure. Once it's cured, you're good to go. Now, the cheaper varieties of this on the internet from China are going to be 24 hours to cure. You might even have to buy the colour for your car, and then there's that risk that it's never going to be accurate. Come on out, let me show you this, because I cleaned my car for the first time in a many moons yesterday. And it does look spotless.
It does.
Until you get close and you see those little tiny blemishes that have been caused by somebody else, not me. So we can see they're just down there, and we can see a few on there. I'm going to focus on these ones and just show you. So we've got that precision nib.
Yeah.
And we're just going to go in there and literally hold it in the, hold it. It's tempting to hold it that way. Literally just hold it there and take out those tiny little blemishes. Now, because there's no paint in here, it can match whatever colour you're using it on, because it's going to mirror from both sides the colour that your car is, and just literally.
And it cures in 15 minutes,
15,
doesn't it?
yeah,
So
15,
you haven't got to worry about it raining. And
15 minutes, 20 at max. And some of these are just dots that are going on, so they will be cured in seconds. But if I find a more, I did find some other ones, didn't I? That's not a scratch. That's some waxing on the car. Ah, here we are. There's one there. No, that's a hair. There you go. There is one. There is one just there. Let me just do that one there. There we go. And I saw one earlier on. There's one there. There's one there. Can you see that one, Kurt? Yeah. Let me go into there and do that one. It's just going to get in there, and literally that'll be cured in 15 minutes. Now, there one, I've got a much bigger one there that's gone right down to the paintwork. It's not going to be great on that. It's not going to be great on that. Actually, I don't know if that is actually.
so you can get one for £11.99 or three for £15.99.
So that's the bargain, isn't it? When they're
free delivery after £15. So
yes, absolutely. So we're talking £5.33 per pen as opposed to £11.99. It would be wise, even if you don't know who to share that order with, it would be prudent to get all three, and then decide later on who you're going to share the order with. Just trying to find another scratch to make it worthy of showing Kirsty. What have we got? We've got one there. No. Actually, I'm struggling to find him now. There's one there. There's one there. Somebody has scuffed behind me in a supermarket or somewhere. And I'm just going to... Can you see that there? Is that coming through?
very slightly. You can see. Yeah, you can see on that one.
It's literally just... But if nothing else, it's protecting that scratch from getting any worse. The weather can't get in there. The elements can't get in there. But actually, to the naked eye, That's removing those scratches. Do you know what? That's come out even better than
And you thought?
I thought it would. That'd be cured in 15 minutes. And that is a scratch away from Auto Care, from here, live in Stoke-on-Trent, from the Future Developments. Hugo's got new friends. Hello, you coming in or are you staying out there? Come on in, come on in then. Come on in then. There we go. If you took that to a detailer, into a garage,
Yes.
and got them to look at those scratches, they will use something very similar to this. They might be better at it than I am, but that's because that's their full-time job. I'm a presenter. But in seconds, I've removed maybe about 20, 25 short blemishes out of my car today, Kirsty.
Yeah,
On the
easily.
platforms that we've been broadcasting on. And I'm more than happy with the state I'm leaving here compared to when I got here this morning. Scratch away pen, £11.99 or 3 for £15.99 or £15.
Yes,
£15.99.
yeah.
It's a bargain. It's there, futuredevelopments.shop. It's there. You can buy 24 hours a day on our shop live now. So what should we finish on then? What should we finish on? Come on back over. We've done the pink. We've done the bullseye. We've done the scratch pen. Let's finish on, we've got 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Shall we finish on the tomato feed?
Yes.
Okay, let's finish on the tomato feed. Where is my tomato feed? Where is my tomato feed? I thought I'd got it here, and I haven't. Do you know?
Is it there at the no?
No, it's, do you know what?
This one?
Have you got, you got one there. That's where it was. I saw it there earlier on. So the last product for today, is our Genie tomato and vegetable food. This, unlike all the liquids that we produce, is in tablet form. Still produced here by us, manufactured by us. You will have seen it in the garden centres. You'll have seen it in those shops that sell garden things like Wilco, like B&M,
Yeah.
those things. And fundamentally, what you're getting is 12 tablets. I haven't got 12 in here now because we've used them. 12 tablets for
£8.99.
Oh, £8.99. They've gone down in price. £8.99 for 12 tablets. What that's going to produce is 12 of these. 12 of these. 12 5-litre, 1 gallon containers. So we're talking 60 litres for £8.99.
Yeah.
You ain't going to find anything any better or cheaper in the supermarkets, because all you got to do is fill that with water, plop it in there, and it will do the work. I'm not going to do a whole 5 litres because that would be, I haven't got anything to use them on. So I'm just going to do you a quick visual on just how simple this is to do. So if I was filling that up, I'd put the whole tablet in there. I'm not filling it up, so I'm just going to break the tablet because there's a little score line down the middle. Break the tablet, and I'm just going to break it in half again because that's about a quarter of that. And that's the beauty of it. If you're just filling a watering can, you can just put in there what you need for your tomatoes. So this is completely watertight. It's got that special locking top on the top to stop any liquid, any rain, any water, any feed getting into it, which means it's perfectly safe to leave over the winter and free from all dust and debris and liquids. And
especially if you're leaving it in the garage overnight. And
well, I think garages is probably going to be drier than my greenhouse, because my greenhouse in the winter, it gets quite damp in there because it's coming through the floor. It's coming through the earth. So this makes sure it's completely watertight. If you don't believe me, I'm just going to stick it in some water here. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to leave it sitting there in some water so you can see. We get rid of the football. Should we have a game after we've come off air? There we go. And you can see in literally, that's gone to plant food, tomato food in less than a minute.
Yeah.
It's diluted, it's ready to go. So none of it, you don't have to have it sitting around. Great if you've got the space, but you don't have to. It can be just diluted as and when you need it. So that's coming out of the water. Sorry, covered up by red wine there. Should have moved the red wine out of the way, Mark. There we go. And now you can see there is absolutely no liquid having got in there. Look, It's all coming out. It's all dry. It's all watertight. And this has got all the food that you need for your tomatoes. You're not going to be feeding them daily. You know, if you're a tomato grower, you might feed them once a week, once a fortnight. So you're not going to be using a lot of this, but it's literally just a case of pop the lid, fizz the tablet, and go. And this is going to increase your yield by about 20% with watering with water. This is going to increase the color, the beautiful red that's going to come through from this feed. Let me just read you out some of the things that are in here. We've got nitrogen in here, good for tomatoes, which is also good for lawns. We've got phosphorus in here. We've got potassium in here. All the things that tomatoes need to be able to get the right yield from it. And you know, when you feed something well, and that's us included, we perform better. When we eat badly, we perform badly because we're not working on all cylinders. So we've got not just that in the shop, but we've also got our hanging basket food as well. And the same principle in the shop, we've got hanging basket food and bedding and potted plants, because your hanging baskets and your potted plants, they need more water than probably your tomatoes do, because they're in pots that are going to dry out sometimes in hours, not days, hours. Certainly every day they're going to need water. So they would need to, and if they're in small pots with small lots of earth, the plant's going to eat the nutrients in that plant, in that earth, very quickly. So it needs to be replenished very quickly. In your grow bags, they will go for about 2-3 weeks, but then they need to have their nutrients replaced very quickly. Otherwise, you're just using earth.
Yeah.
And you might as well have just dug it up from the ground and put your tomatoes in there. But with this, you potentially could just use your compost in your garden, because you've got all the nutrients in there that is in a grow bag. Yeah. But it's going to last you a lot longer. And that, I think, is where we draw the line. So let me just summarize very quickly for you. We have done your PINKMAGIC foam and concentrate today. Excuse me. Sorry, Charles. We have done your Bullseye Pro. I've left it over there on the table. We have done your scratch pen. I've got one of those here. We've done your scratch pen, and we've done your tomato and hanging basket feeds. They're just some of the products. I think there's about 41 things in our shop at the moment. Yeah. Current products. They'll change all the time. We've got new ones coming next week. There's 41 in there now, and they're available directly from us. No middleman, nobody taking a cut of it. It's literally the way that we can bring you the best prices, and £15 gets you free postage and packing. The other platforms charge a lot more before you get free postage and packing. We're sending this out directly ourselves. You're dealing directly with us on our website, futuredevelopments.shop, which means we can do it for a lesser quantity before so you get free postage and packing.
Yeah, because it's only £15, isn't it?
So was that all right for you, Charlie boy? We're all good? I'm going to love you and leave you and say 63 minutes we've done there. It is literally coming up to 1 o'clock, and I'll be back next Monday. Tomorrow we have got Laura at lunchtime with you on Facebook and YouTube. And then in the evening, we have got Kelly. Is it Kelly? Kelly. Kelly in the evening on Facebook and YouTube with you. So on that note, I will see you next Monday. Have a great week. Enjoy Wimbledon. Enjoy the World Cup. See you next